freelancers in the UK. Listen up, HMRC is watching. IR35 is tightening. Expenses are under scrutiny and self-assessment deadlines catch thousands every year. Get this wrong and you could pay thousands more than you should. Get it right and you keep more of what you earn. Let's break it all down. A35 expenses and self-assessment. In simple steps. Now, before we dive deep, quick disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for education only. Always do your own due diligence and seek certified advice where needed. Now, before we dive deep, quick disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for education only. Always do your own due diligence and seek certified advice where needed. Part 1. IR35 explained. Let's start with IR35, the rule that decides if HMRC sees you as a genuine freelancer or a disguised employee. IR35 applies mainly to contractors working through limited companies. If HMRC decides you're inside IR35, it means you're basically treated like an employee for tax. Less flexibility, more tax. If you're outside IR35, you're a genuine business with more freedom to manage income and expenses. How do you know? Inside IR35, you work like a normal employee, same hours, same boss. They control your work. You don't carry real financial risk. Outside IR35, you have multiple clients. You control how and when you work. You provide your own equipment. You take financial risk. Why does this matter? Because inside IR35, you'll pay more in national insurance and lose many of the tax advantages freelancers enjoy. Always check contracts carefully. HMRC uses tools like CEST, check employment status for tax. But beware, it's not always reliable. Get professional advice if you're unsure. Part 2. Expenses you can actually claim. Freelancers often either underclaim or overclaim expenses. Both cost you. Allowable expenses reduce your taxable profit. That means you pay less tax, but they must be wholly and exclusively for business. Common expenses freelancers can claim in the UK: office costs, laptops, software, stationery, travel costs, mileage, public transport, but not commuting to one fixed workplace, phone and internet bills, proportion used for business, subscriptions, professional memberships, business tools, marketing, ads, websites, business cards, training, courses that maintain or improve your skills. Big mistake, claiming personal costs as business. HMRC will crack down hard. Another mistake, not keeping receipts. Always keep records for at least 6 years. And if you work from home, you can claim part of household bills, electricity, gas, council tax, broadband, based on the space and time you use for work. HMRC even has a simplified flat rate method if you don't want to do detailed calculations. Part 3. Self-assessment. This is where most freelancers panic. Self-assessment is the system where you tell HMRC how much you earned and what expenses you had. Then they calculate your tax. Here's the timeline. The tax year runs from 6 April to 5 April. Online self-assessment deadline 31st January the following year. You pay income tax and class 2 for national insurance. How to do it? Step by step. 1. Register as self-employed with HMRC. 2. Keep records, invoices, receipts, bank statements. 3. File online before the deadline. 4. Pay your bill, or HMRC will add penalties. Top tip, set aside around 20-30% of your income for tax as you go. That way, you're not scrambling in January. Also, beware payments on account. If your bill is over $1,000, HMRC wants you to prepay towards next year's tax too. Many freelancers get caught out by this in year 2. Don't let it shock you. Part 4. Smart freelancer strategies. Once you've mastered the basics, Here are strategies to keep more money. Use the personal allowance, 12,570 tax-free. Use the trading allowance, 1,000 of freelance income tax-free without records. Open a stocks and shares ISA for savings and investments, tax-free. Pay into a pension SIPP, get tax relief and reduce taxable income. Track every expense with apps like QuickBooks, Free Agent, or a simple spreadsheet. Remember, freelancing isn't just earning, it's managing money like a business. Part 5 Common Freelancer Mistakes. Missing the 31 January deadline. 100 fine instantly even if you owe nothing. Forgetting payments on account. Not separating business and personal bank accounts. Poor record keeping leading to missed expenses. Confusing IR35 rules and ignoring contracts. Avoid these and you're already ahead of most freelancers. Freelancer taxes aren't here to punish you. They're the rules of the game. The moment you understand them, you can play better. Instead of fearing January, you'll prepare monthly. Instead of missing expenses, you'll claim every penny you're entitled to. Instead of overpaying, you'll invest your savings into pensions, ISAs, and growth. Being a freelancer is freedom, but freedom requires discipline. Master your taxes and you master your money. Don't let freelancer taxes scare you. Understand IR35, claim the right expenses, and stay ahead of self-assessment deadlines. Comment below what's your biggest tax headache right now, and subscribe for more UK money fixes every week.